I just want to say thank you everybody for being here in morning Saturday. And then I just want to clarify for our agenda. We were had posted our meeting was gonna start at 9, but was human error. We posted at 11. That's why we have to change it. So we have to follow our protocols and follow the Brown Act. So that's why we're starting at 11. And thank you for being here.
Hi, good morning. I am here not only on support of one of the teachers that's the teacher to my grandson, but also to all teachers. March is a month that teachers know who goes and who stays. I know it is not easy, but I am assuming the district is doing what is best for our students. And I pray that the school board should ask questions if it is being done fairly. New board, new beginning. I ask you board members, before approving this, that you know the reason behind these teachers that are being let go. Ask yourselves, 1, why so many resignations or forced, resignations? Do they really want to resign? I am hearing different. Where teachers' job poorly performed. My grandson's son, teacher, is a great teacher, and he is on the list of resignations. Who has the credentials, and why are they being let go or resigned? Most important, what is on their evaluation, file that they can't continue working at our district? Bring this item to your next regular meeting, 3/14, for your approval or disapproval. This was not intended for this, as I'm hearing. It was supposed to be on the 14th, and underhanded, they put it on today's agenda. Sandra, nothing personal against your leadership. Just wondering if you are hiring the right teachers and principals. Districts paid too much money when they were hired. Bonuses, thousands of dollars were spent in the process. You stated that you wanted retention and would hire the best. I guess you didn't. Let me ask you, what is the good fit for you to hire a good teacher for our district? I know you were working with the team in Gonzales that some didn't value the teachers. I am tired of hearing teachers are being let go at will. I say, bull, this is not good enough for me. We're losing many good teachers. It is sad to hear that a superintendent puts pressure on principals to whom should go and who should stay. This is unfair. You want to be strict? Okay. How did you help teachers to meet their needs for their expectations? Sandra, Vista has 5 subs, meaning every 30 days, teachers must be reassigned. This is not fair for students. My grandson is tired of this. So board, I ask you to please, before you make a decision, to really look into all this. We hired this teachers because they were good. We want to do the unification. How in the heck can we do the unification when we can't even retain any teachers here? We're supposedly hiring the best teachers, for our school district, and we're letting them go. We're letting go some good teachers that we have that we need to retain here. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces. I never imagined having, this many people that I have good rapport with, and so I'm here to follow up on what Ms. Diaz said. One of the teachers that's on the list, I've worked with him for 3 years, and I've been a next door teacher, mentor. He was next door to me. I helped coach him, mentor him. A lot of you have worked with him personally and have witnessed his classroom. So I was very concerned when he told me that, he wasn't going to come back next year. And I told him I would do whatever I could as civil and as lawful, to make sure that he stays, because he's a wonderful teacher. Ms. Diaz's grandson and great nephew are both in his class, and the fact that she's speaking great things about him speaks volumes about his classroom style and management, and he enjoys working with the children. The children enjoy him a lot, and he's a wonderful asset to our team. When I found out I was hurt, I told him, you can't leave us. You're a big asset to our school. You've contributed so much. I've put in so much time in, to help you and assist you. And, he personally asked me for a letter of recommendation, which I was bittersweet about it, because yes, you're amazing, but I don't want to recommend you somewhere else. I want to see you grow and learn. And he told me himself, this is where he saw himself, for his whole teaching career. you know, and so I'm really here voicing the concerns. I'm not here on behalf of GTA. I'm here, you know, pretty much on my own. But I am bringing this up to Ms. Gavan and Ms. Cortez and the school board, and everybody here knows that I you know, it's very hard for me. I have to really think things through before taking action. And you know, as many of you know, I started an admin program, and I hope to someday in our community be an admin. And you know, I'm speaking on, you know, from the teaching perspective and then from the community, because it really hurts the children. It's very traumatic for them to see that. I'm checking my time. To see that one year there's a teacher there, and say I teach 5th grade, and then they're expecting to see that teacher in 6th grade, and all of a sudden they're gone. Or as Ms. Diaz pointed out, you know, the sub shortage and the, you know, the cycle of teachers. So I really ask the board that you reconsider this, and our administration to please really reconsider, you know, these decisions before approving, because, you know, like I said, some of these teachers I personally know, and some of them I can't really put a face to the name on the list, but he's somebody that I've worked with, and a lot of you have witnessed his classroom, and, you know, so I'm here to be a voice for him and support, you know, especially any others who might be, you know, the same thing for whatever reason it is. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for your attention.
Hi, my name is Wes White. I'm a Salinas resident. I'm a substitute teacher, community enthusiast. I haven't actually subbed since like 2014 because of this kind of politics, even in a job. You know, you have to work really hard for that rapport, and I don't know what's missing in that. But I've seen it in Gonzales just earlier last year. I videoed a lot of that. A lot of really good teachers being let go for not sure what reason, and it just seemed like personality conflict or something. And you know, being a sub, it actually debilitates a lot. I'm there to gel the inconsistency, and so new teachers I end up going to a lot of that, and that's actually, there's no consistency because they're all going to trainings, and it's really difficult, I think, to be a teacher, and if you want to model appropriate behavior, you know, toward like restorative justice or what we want to see in our kids and improvement, maybe it sounds like maybe retaining these teachers, you might want to take a harder look at keeping them, and at least stay in it at this point. Don't make a decision today, maybe wait until the regular meeting that was supposed to happen more in the middle of the month, you know, because you got to do right by your kids, you got to do right by your teachers. That's your first line right there. Everything else, that's where most of your budget should be going, is these teachers, and the heart and the love and the soul should be in that classroom. And if those teachers are doing well, they deserve to stay, especially if they want to stay. Because they're pouring their heart and soul into the investment of this community. And so, you know, I hope you consider that.
The board will be adjourned into a closed session to act upon the following items. Action taken will be reported to publicity at the end of the closed session or at the next regular board meeting of the trustees as required by law. So at this point, we're going to be going out the board members for closed session, and we're going to be coming back to continue with our study session. Thank you. Okay, we're reconvening from closed session to open session. I just want to remind our fellow board members to keep our cell phone turned off. And then there's nothing to report for closed session, so I'm just going to continue to take that. So at this point, Superintendent Galvan, do you have anything to add to our committee members?
Yes, I do, and so thank you, Madam President. I'd like to thank Mr. Iniguez, I don't know if Ms. Diaz is out there still, and Mr. White, for your comments today. This is something that our board, myself as a superintendent or administrative team, take lightly. The March non-reelect or resignations, that time of the year is always a difficult one, an extremely difficult one in every school district in the state. And so we do not take these lightly. What we do is that we have a high standard. In Greenfield, we have a high standard for the teaching profession. And we hire folks and we retain folks based on a very high standard. And why do we have such a high standard is because we have student lives at stake. We have students in the community of Greenfield that are 94% in poverty. I can say to you that I am a child of Greenfield, and I can also tell you that in my life coming from Greenfield, I've dealt with adversity because I was from Greenfield. And people might say, oh, you're just from Greenfield. Oh, you just take a few units because, we know you might not be able to handle it. So when I say that to you, I have firsthand experience of how important it is to be a child in Greenfield, how important it is that we hire the highest caliber of teacher, and we retain the highest caliber of teacher, and that we do not settle for anything less. This board has entrusted me as the leader of the district to make those hard decisions. And sometimes I'm going to be blamed. I'm going to be blamed for being in classrooms too much. I'm going to be blamed for having a hands-on superintendency, where I'm involved in a lot. And with that, I take that blame. Because with that title of superintendent, I not only have a duty to the parents and to the community and every single classroom in our district, I do not take that lightly. And so the trust that they have given to me to accept these resignations, I accept them on behalf of our community, on behalf of the school district. And we will continue to work tirelessly to serve every student and to ensure that when they leave our 8th grade class, that they are fully prepared for college and career. And so that's what I'd like to share with you, in that we are not bad people. The teachers who have resigned are not bad people, and we wish them well. We wish them well in their future endeavors, and we will continue to do so. Thank you.